G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance with Mags, and we are out to deal with the plague. Whoa, horsey. Or at least that's what the townsfolk that we just left seem to think it is. I actually don't think they're suffering from a plague, just based on the timing with the... I think that is the monastery. Yep, that's the monastery. Okay, I haven't actually been here before. But yeah, but just based on the timing between the bandit raid and the onset of this plague. Oh, that's pretty. And well defended too, I might add. Yeah, based on the timings, I suspect this is something the bandits have done. Quest marker wants me to talk to you, so...
But I need more for them!
We can supply you with a few more blankets, but not many.
Look at them! Look at the state they're in!
I know
Yeah,
the wounded need caring for.
One of them dragged himself in here with broken ribs, and now he's going to die from pneumonia and starvation!
Look, we're doing the best we can, and this kind of attitude isn't helping. I bid you good day.
Yeah, sounds like a paper pusher. You learned custodian. Okay.
Johanka?
Henry?
I'm glad to see you.
Me too. I heard that you're doing well.
Not right now. Matthias sent me.
Matthias? My god, did something
They
happen?
both said that differently. Marahid was raided and there's a plague there. Well, that's straight
I don't
to
know
the
if
point.
you've heard about it, but Merhoyed was attacked.
Oh god. How is Matthias?
Wounded in the arm. He's being brave about it, but his injury looks bad.
I need to see him.
Before you go, there's something else.
What?
Some kind of disease has taken hold in Merhoyed. Their livestock has died off, and now the people are coming down with it too. I thought maybe someone here might know what to do.
Merciful heavens. How awful. It's a good thing you've come here. If there's any hope, this is the place to find it. You need Brother Nicodemus, the monastery physician. He may know how to deal with it.
Okay, so that's
Very
who
well.
I need to speak
I'll try
to.
to find him.
Come back when you know more.
Thank you, Johanka.
Now, yeah, what did Fritz and Matthew do? Because obviously
You wouldn't
I
happen to
know
know what
something
Fritz and
happened
Matthew
here.
did here, would you?
Don't even talk to me about that. They weren't badly injured compared to most of the others here, and after lying in bed for a while, they got bored. So they started drinking. I'm trying to help people in dire need, and the two of them are drinking! With that cretin Elias.
They always have been thoughtless, but at least they were punished for it. Who is this Elias, anyway?
One of the ordinal monks who helps out here. He was the one who brought the booze. All three of them got friendly pretty fast. You know what they say about birds of a feather.
And do you know what got between them?
I don't have a clue. One minute they're the best friends in the world, and then a lot of yelling and furniture flying around. They threw Fritz and Matthew out straight afterwards.
Alright, so I think that's about
Thank you.
it here.
That's all I need.
I don't actually remember Johanka at all, but apparently Henry knows who she is, so that's fine. One thing I do want to do, we don't need it on at the moment. I'm kind of getting annoyed with Henry always having his helm closed in every conversation. Like, I like this helm, but the problem is it gives our charisma a boost, so I can't really afford to take it off, but it pisses me off that it's always shut. Alright, Brother Nicodemus is inside, and find out what happened with Fritz and Matthew in here. Ah, Brother Elias.
I heard you had a fight with Fritz and Matthew.
Heathens.
So it was you
Go
they fought
easy.
with?
Yes, it was me. And I hope I'll never have to see those wastrels again.
They deserve to be ousted, but the debt? How are they ever going to pay it?
I really don't care. Let them live in penury. brutes.
From what I was just told, you're a pisshead too. Right, so we're 9/6 on speech, so...
Isn't that a little unchristian? You wouldn't want personal spite to ruin their lives, would you?
Well,
Yep, that
those
worked.
were just idle threats, really. If they come and apologize, there's always a possibility of forgiveness.
There we go. Persuade Elias to let them off their debt.
Take care now.
So, just got to tell Fritz the news. We'll drop back by there the next time we're heading towards Privy. And this place is fucked. Nicodemus. It's an interesting name, that one.
Some kind of disease has taken hold in Merhoyed. Your Hanker said that you might be able to advise.
A disease, you say? How intriguing.
Yes, it's very interesting, but can you help these people?
I can't say at this point. I need to find out a little more. Tell me, has the whole
comes the
village come down
symptoms.
with it?
About half the houses.
No, I mean, not yet. Several households have, around half the village.
Merhoyed? Isn't there a stud farm there? And what of the animals? Did they get infected too?
Yes, there's a
Yes.
stud farm.
Yes, all the animals died.
And they've all died off. The horses, the cattle, chickens, and now it's got to the people.
That is most intriguing. What are we to do about it? Do you know the symptoms?
Yes, I do. I took them before we left.
Yes, more or less.
Excellent. I have several extensive volumes here in the library. Describe the epidemic, including the symptoms, and we could take some guidance there. Can you read?
Yes, I can read.
Yes, I can.
Excellent. So follow me to the scriptorium.
Well-educated blacksmith I am.
So, where shall we start?
Evidently there's something amiss in the digestive tract.
In the what?
The digestive tract, Henry.
Right.
The trouble lies between the mouth and the arsehole.
Uh-huh.
Come on,
Sure.
Henry, you've gutted enough
Just so.
people at this point. You should know
We
this.
can rule nothing out at this stage. You look in the Breviarum de Sickness Causa. It's a renowned manuscript from Salerno, written by one Johann of St. Paul.
But I don't know Latin.
Fortunately for you, our brother librarian is translating these momentous medical works into the common tongue, so you can still be of use.
Well, that's convenient.
Study the breviary carefully and compare the symptoms with the recorded cases. That will guide us. I'll try the proven classics, Avicenna and his Canon Medicinae, and Galen's magnum opus, the Ars Medicinalis.
May the Lord
Yeah.
watch over you.
Enough with the name dropping. So... I assume this one? Yes, this one. Okay. It is known that the body of a man is composed of 4 humours: blood, yellow bile, black bile, and phlegm. Okay, if these are in balance, a person is hale and healthy, but if in excess of one, swamps the body disturbs the equilibrium. Alright, so not exactly a scientific manual. The excess of mucus may also lead to delivery. For example, the body endeavours to get rid of it by coughing, sometimes spasmodically. It leaves sores in the throat and the mouth that trouble the sick and complicate intake of fluids. The whole agony from exasperated fever, malaise. Not everyone succumbs to infection. Does not infect animals, nor do they suffer from it. Plague caused by black bile. Fever, malaise, often sporadic cough, endeavours to access black bile. Great thirst. After a few days, sores erupt on the body. Well, there's no sores. On the neck and under the jaw and the armpits, groin. Later, black spots are seen on the fingers, nose, and mouth. Small animals do not suffer from plague, but bigger ones may be afflicted. Chickens are dying, so I don't think it's plague either. So that is 2 down, I think. Just double checking my read. Yes, does not affect animals, so it's not the first one. There's no sores on the bodies at all. And the chickens are dying, so small animals are dying, so no. Dysentery, which is vomiting, present only rarely in the sick, also suffer from peritoneal thirst, abdominal cramps and fever. Okay, it's transmitted from person to person, but animals do not suffer from it. Okay, so it's not dysentery. The orgasms of humour, blood weakened. One is poisoning, okay, which is manifested by fever, delirium, stomachache, begging convulsions, diarrhea, and great thirst. Okay, so that matches up. If a person is poisoned by gas, for example, in the mines, near swamps or similar places, there often appears a rash around the nose or a mouth. There's no rash around the nose or the mouth. However, a rash does not occur if poison is ingested through food or consumed. Poisoning is not transmitted between humans or animals, but if they all drink, for example, from the same source of water, then people are afflicted as well as animals. The latter often sooner. It's poisoning. Bloody called it. An interesting case of imbalance of internal fluids of St. Various dance, which manifested by the inflicted dancing, wildly contorting and twisting. They may also sing it. What the fuck is this? Trance and wandering for days and months, exhausted or die. Some may strip off their clothes and devote themselves to sins of flesh. Okay, this sounds like a pretty wild disease. Drown or die or fall from themselves and cease to dance. It has been reported that this dance plague is highly contagious. Only affects humans and not animals. Famous dancers who draw animals into their capers ended up kicked and often bitten. Alright, so that's describing a night fever, I guess. Disco in general. Okay. I know what ails them.
I think I have it.
It's poisoning.
Yes? And what do you make of it?
Poisoning from water.
It's poisoning from tainted water.
Really? That sounds rather unlikely. But if Master Johann of St. Paul's says so, who am I to contradict him? We shall have to prepare some medicine at once.
Okay, I can help with that.
I could help with that.
Really?
Yes. I know my way around the alchemistic arts.
No, you
An
don't.
fellow who knows the arts of physic? Who would have thought it? Excellent. I'll give you the recipe. And you have
You're
my
lying
permission
shit, Henry.
to make use
We've
of
never
the
done alchemy in this game
laboratory.
yet.
I'll get started right away.
I, meanwhile, shall head straight to, where was it again?
Merhoyed.
Oh yes, Merhoyed. I'll take Johanka with me. She has no equal in caring for the sick. Once you have the medication ready, hurry after me.
Thank you, Brother Nicodemus.
Yeah, I guess, curing the captive first would be useful. There's going to be a downside to this, I know it.
There's one man there who needs your care more
Live on
urgently
speech.
than
Well,
anyone.
there's an upside.
He's an important witness in the investigation of some murders.
Out of the question. I shall spend time with the sick in order of their medical needs, not your worldly needs.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay. And there was no negative reputation off that as well, so that's fine. Okay. You lying shit, Henry. We've never done alchemy. And we don't have a recipe for the poison. Or the antidote, rather. The cure. I'm honestly not sure what to do here. Pestilence, prepare the remedy. I have no idea what to do here. I've never done alchemy before, so... Alright, so I think I might have this kind of sorted out now. Maybe. We've just learned alchemy by clicking on this, so... help is T. Alchemy is a useful skill that transforms herbs and other ingredients into potions and remedies. In order to brew those, you need knowledge of alchemy, a recipe, and an alchemist's bench and necessary ingredients. Okay, the alchemist's lab you will find on the right-hand side of the bench of the herb room, which lists all the properties of herbs and all the recipes you've learnt so far. You open it with E and using Q to turn the pages. Okay. Boiling fast. First step is always to pour the potion base, which you'll store on the shelf to your left. Then you add the ingredients from the cauldron to the right on the shelf. If the recipe demands it, you must take care to grind the ingredients using the mortar and pestle. You can use a dish next to the mortar and pestle to prepare those ingredients. The next step, you must brew the mixture as prescribed by flame, which is regulated by means of the bellows Q. You must carefully time how long you brew the potion using the sand glass. Okay, let's back to the first page. Alright. So this is our book. Save your snaps. Mahwed Remedy. Okay, so second page in. The recipe for the healing potion that should cure the affected Mahwed villagers. Prepare clean water, 1 handful of valerian, 2 of thistle, and some charcoal. 1 valerian, 2 thistle, and charcoal plus water. Drop the thistle in the cauldron and boil for 2 turns. Add valerian to boil 1 more turn. Leave to cool. Finally, add the charcoal, but do not boil.
I can't stay here.
We don't have any of those ingredients, but at least now we know what we're looking for. So we need valerian. Might have charcoal in here somewhere. I'm sure I had a chunk of charcoal somewhere. No. It's not like we do. Okay. Maybe in the horse. Did the horse have my charcoal? I know I had some. No, that's me psychics. No, and I haven't stored anything else either. Okay, so... Alright, so we're going to do a little bit of fancy editing here because this took almost a full day in-game just to find the ingredients. The valerian is in the garden not far from the monastery. It was the easiest one to find. You almost have to ride past it in order to get into the main town from the monastery. From there, the thistle. I found that on the easternmost road leaving Sasau. There's a large patch of it about 5 minutes ride or less from the center of town. You just got to look for it. It describes itself as being in a shady spot, but the thistle actually grows in broad daylight. And last of all, the charcoal, which will seem mostly common sense. The blacksmith. I couldn't find a charcoal burner anywhere nearby. The blacksmith was the only place I could find to buy it, which is just across the bridge that you have to go across in order to leave the monastery, or leave town and head back to the monastery. So it's actually relatively close. So with all the ingredients now to actually make the potion, it was time for me to actually experiment with making the potion. Now, I will say I did pick and gather more ingredients than I actually needed, and this was largely because I'd never done this before, and it did take me 2 or 3 shots to actually get this down. So let's just jump through at the point of the 3rd shot and continue the story. Alright, so first things first, we place ingredients. So we need charcoal, thistle, and valerian. Okay.
Please help me.
Sandglass. Still cauldron. Alright. So let's start off with our water.
I can't stay here.
Now. One handful of valerian, 2 of thistle, and some charcoal. Drop the thistle in the cauldron and boil for 2 turns. Then add the valerian for 1 more turn. Leave to cool. Finally add the charcoal.
Please help me.
Okay, so that was 2 thistle. I'm going to get this right this time. 1.
Help me.
2 thistle. Now we boil.
Quiet!
Don't tell me to be quiet, god damn it. Now, it took us about 4 to start getting a boil going. There we go, boiling.
I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep.
Boiling.
Can't stay here.
Right. Valerian in. Glasses out. That should do it now. I think we just need to wait. This is kind of a cool system, but I wish I'd used him. Oh, for God's sake, shut up. Alright, so the fire's out and we've cooled, so let's add the charcoal. And hopefully this works. This will complete the potion, that's what we want. You brewed the remedy for Marrowhead. Yes! We got it. Finally. Okay. God, I'll be happy to get rid of those guys. Just bellowing and whining all the time. Shit. Where's this stables? Yeah, it was this gate and to the left. Yep, that's what I'm after. Cool. Alright, so now we can head back to our plagued villages and hopefully the antidote that we have on us at the moment will actually work. Everybody in the bloody town's going to be in bed, I think. Brother Nicodemus. That'll be our A point. Find out from Brother Nicodemus. Okay, so he should be in that house. I hope. Locked. Ah, I'll see the Brother Nicodemus or a Dark Brotherhood assassin. How are things looking
So
here?
here I am. How are things looking?
It doesn't look good at all, my boy. Do you have the potion?
Funnily enough, yeah,
here it is.
actually.
I'll take 4 doses, you take the rest, and let's split up. I'll see to the Straw family, while you deal with Melikar's wife and the rest. They wouldn't let me go near that prisoner. They want him to suffer. Despite his terrible crimes, to treat a fellow mortal soul like
Of course
this.
they want to kill him. Damn peasants. Well, that's appropriate. Help them, they have to let me see him.
Perhaps I'll
If
be
they
able to
don't-
convince them. I promised I'd bring them help, and I've kept my word.
Well,
they must let me
I
go
will be
for it.
seeing him one way or
I
another.
hope so, but in the short while I've been here, I found the locals to be rather
Yeah,
stubborn.
well, I'll find my blade to be rather sharp. I saved them from plague, they will let me speak to him. And if they don't, I'll put them in the ground where they would have been anyway. Okay, so this should be Melikar and his wife's place. And there's Melikar. I found out what caused the ailment.
We found out what could be the cause of the affliction.
And?
You should check where your water's coming from. Nicodemus and I think that it comes down to poisoning.
It'd be hard to poison the spring, but what about the well? Good lord, that's difficult to believe.
I have my suspicions.
The bastards weren't satisfied with killing young Straw. The fucking bastards!
There we go. Now you've worked it out.
I brought some help, as promised. Will you let me see the prisoner?
I will let you, I will. Of course I will. My boy, if you've really brought a potion to rid us of this scourge, I'll let you do anything.
Ah,
Good.
Whether I've managed to rid you of the scourge, that remains to be seen. It'll take a few days before we know whether the potion worked.
I know, but even so...
Well, he
just the
turned
fact
around
that someone
reasonably
cares,
well.
That means a lot to us.
Okay. Don't think me take care of your wife. Yeah.
Don't fret about that, Melikar. A thing like that would have scared anybody. Just take care of, what is your wife's name?
Hannah.
So, take good care of her.
Now open up that shed. God be with you.
Very good. Okay, so yeah, he turned out to be kind of a right bloke after all. Alright, so that's the first to give it to. Now the Shores. That's Johanka.
Mate.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that she's already got her dose. That means... the prisoner.
Now let's wait and see what happens.
Okay, so that's given him the remedy. And it does not seem to be acting instantly, so this is likely a wait a couple of days situation. So the next one to give the remedy to will be the woman that I had to, well, the woman I had to bury the husband of, who was just over here actually. Ah, here you are. Bedrishka.
You're back?
Yes, and I have something to make you well again.
Good Lord above. Thank you for showing us your mercy.
Drink this and give it to everyone in the house. I've also brought someone who will take care of you until you get back on your feet.
Thank you, Good Samaritan.
Then there was the crazy guy that we spoke to last, who was delirious, who thought we were his brother. He should be in that one.
Brother, is that you? We have to hitch up the sled.
Yes, the sled. Just you drink this and you'll be fine.
Is this holy water, brother?
That's one way of looking at it, yeah, I
Drink
guess.
some and give it to the others in the house too. Brother Nicodemus will come to check on you.
We're trusting him to actually give this to everybody else in the house. Can we do that ourselves? Apparently not. Okay, so that's 2. That just leaves... I don't actually remember. I'm pretty sure the priest said he was dealing with straw.
They all of
He
you.
was. Okay, so that's fine. There was a guy over the other side. The one that wanted me to write out the will. He'll be the last one. Or him and his missus, at least. Which reminds me, I forgot to actually do the will, and there you are. Vincent, okay.
You're back?
Of course. I always keep my word.
I don't doubt that, naturally. Did you deliver my will?
No.
Not as yet.
Then be quick about it, please. A man on his deathbed must set his house in order.
Yeah, about that.
Don't worry. I brought a remedy from Sasau.
Drink this regularly, you and everyone in the house.
A remedy. You have hands of gold, pure gold, my boy. God bless you.
Okay, nobody needs to die now. Okay, so that's everybody done, I think. Although no quests completed at this point, so... I'm not actually sure what we're supposed to do now. I don't think there's anybody else. Give cure to the sick. Well, this is a good start. People seem to be up and about, so maybe that was the problem. We just had to wait. Okay.
Welcome back to the land.
Hey,
of
our
the
bandit's alive. Alright, so yeah, that was it. We just had to wait about 6 or 7 hours. Henry, Sir Radzig's man.
My name is Henry, and I'm investigating on behalf of Sir Radzig Kobbler.
Oh, I see. You'll have an easy job with me, boy.
How so?
I won't give you any problems.
I doubt you would.
That's sensible of you.
I'm a sensible man. Only I'd like to get it over quick and not keep the Rattay executioner busy too long. If you catch my drift.
I understand.
What do you want to know?
Everything. First, tell me who's behind all this. Who do you follow?
I follow the coin, lad. We all do.
That's not news to me, but who pays the coin?
I got my pay from Runt, like all the men in Pribyslavitz. And Runt got his money from the chief. And the chief had the coin minted.
Right, so the chief is the one who's making the counterfeit coin. We don't have to worry
Who's
about
the
Runt.
chief?
We've killed him.
The bandit leader.
Bandit? If he heard you say that, he'd have your head on a spike. That's the kind of man he is. Nobody knows much about him, though. Only that he ain't Czech.
So he's a foreigner? German?
Don't think so. For sure he ain't Czech. And he's got plenty of coin. I'd stake my neck on it. He's got noble blood in his veins.
Judging by how he looks.
More by the way he talks. Any man can dress up like nobility, but he spoke all la-di-da, like a lord.
What can I find him?
Where's that chief of yours now?
I've no idea. After Pribyslavitz, he ordered us to raid Merhoyed, but he wasn't with us. He went off who knows where. I don't reckon he'll be out of your hair for long, though.
Fair enough.
So the chief is in command of all these operations?
You could say. I'd say you're looking at it all wrong, though.
How's that?
You ask who's in charge and who answers to who. Only this ain't some noble court. There was all sorts of gangs in Pribyslavitz, big and small. Robber barons who had their own brigades calling them my lord, and common footpads who hadn't a pot to piss in. Men came, men went. Lots of squabbles, the occasional murder. Old cronies and old rivals were meeting. Know what I mean?
I suppose so.
It was one big muddle. The main thing was nobody asked questions. I didn't give a damn who the chief was or what he had in mind, or whether he had one ball or two. All I was interested in was the coin.
All cutthroats for hire. Right, so... How did you find out
How
about
did you
it?
know about Pribyslavitz? Who took you there?
A fellow by the name of Morcock. We met near Kuttenberg. I was robbing burghers who were fleeing the town from Sigismund's army. We got to talking and he told me about Pribyslavitz.
Why did you attack Merhoyed?
The chief himself gave us the order. I reckon he wanted to show the local lords he was nowhere near finished.
So he's planning more raids?
Or he wanted a distraction.
The chief's always planning something. Pribyslavitz was only the start.
So you knew the coin was counterfeit?
Course I did. I brought those Groschen to Pribyslavitz, along with a few other things.
Did you? And where did the forgeries come from?
Like, where were they made? I don't know. Some merchant by the name of Menhart gave them to me.
Well, that's
we used to
interesting.
meet at the charcoal piles near Rovna, by the crossroads there. As it happens, I'm supposed to be meeting him there about now.
So Menhart's waiting there?
Might be, might not. He could have heard what happened in Pribyslavitz and decided not to show.
And does this Menhart know where the coin comes from?
How should I know? To me, he's just another link in the chain. I deal with him, and I never ask who he deals with. Just like he knows nothing about me.
I see. So I suppose there's no point asking you if you know any more about him.
It'd be a waste of breath. All he did was give me the coin, and then we went our separate ways.
Very compartmentalized.
Who else knows about the money?
Apart from the chief, Menhart, Runt and me, there was a few others. The men got some real money too with the false stuff. It'd be suspicious if they only had freshly minted coin.
You said you used to bring other things. What were they?
Letters. Menhart would give them to me for the chief. This time I was taking an answer back to Menhart too.
Have you still got that letter?
Aye. The yokels round here ain't got much interest in correspondence, apparently.
Give it to me then.
I'd be delighted.
What were the letters about?
If I knew how to read, I wouldn't be trusted to carry letters, would I? I took them from Menhart to the chief and back. That's all.
That's all of those. That's all of those. So that's the end of this
That's all I need
conversation.
to know for now.
Interesting
For
one.
now, for the love of Christ, boy, don't let the executioner interrogate me. I've already told you everything I
I
know.
wouldn't like him to miss out on his fun. But that is up to Sir Radzig.
That's for Sir Radzig to judge.
Henry, I think old Straw's come for the brigand.
Again?
Step back from that Eden, young fella.
But you can't kill me. Not just like that.
Shut the fuck up, you weasel, and keep it fucking shut. You don't even get a say. Calm down, Straw. He won't escape justice. After all, he's... Don't stand in my way, Melikar. Let Henry decide. He's the one who saved his life.
Fucking peasant. I'm here on behalf of my lord. Oh. Nah, screw it. He's just going with me. Deal with it. I don't
He's coming
care.
with me. He's Sir Radzig's prisoner, and only Sir Radzig has the right to decide if he lives or dies.
I don't give a fuck about you or Sir Radzig fucking Kabila. That bastard killed my boy, and I'm gonna kill him.
You'll have to deal with me first.
There you go again. I really need to work on my fist fighting.
Insolent whelp.
Well, you'd think by now Henry would be getting better at it, but apparently not enough. It's amazing. It's slower. It's slower and more difficult to fist fight in this game than it is to actually, fight with swords or maces or anything else. Just because of the way the mechanics work, you've got to hit them so many goddamn times, and I'm wearing a steel gauntlet. I should be able to hit this guy once and it should cave in half his face. Not to mention the fact that my entire arm is wrapped in steel, so it'll weigh a shitload as well. Like, just the force of what I'm doing should be enough to ruin this guy. There, finally. Part of me wants to kill him, but no. I'm taking you to Rattay. Okay.
Could do with a bite to eat.
And so ends yet another quest. Well, almost. We take the guy back to Rattay prison, he gets locked up. No idea what happens to him from there, and I go and catch a night's sleep. Now, we still need to go and see TrackIR, who is currently out in the field to finally complete this quest, but we'll save that for the start of the next episode to get some gold that we're going to have to take back to Privy, and also to find out exactly what the hell the next quest is going to be. Anyways, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. As always, Kingdom Come will be back next week, and until then, take care.